All right, we factored using the greatest common factor. Tomorrow we're going to start factoring trinomials. So let's go back to when we were simplifying an expression x plus 3 times x plus 4. Now those are two factors multiplied together. And we used the area model to multiply these. So you put the first factor, x and positive 3, on top of your area model. And the second factor, x plus 4, on the sides. And remember, when we used the area model, we multiplied the length times the width to find the area of each box. So, to find the area of this box, x times x is x squared. To find the area of the second box, x times 3 is 3x. To find the area of the third box, 4 times x is 4x. And to find the area of the final box, 4 times 3 is 12. And then you simplified it by adding all the terms. So I'm going to add x squared plus 3x plus 4x plus 12 to get the total area. And I notice that I have some common terms, 3x and 4x. So to completely simplify, I take and I combine my like terms. 3x plus 4x is 7x, and then plus 12. So this is my simplified version, and this one I started with is my factor version. And we want to go in the reverse order. So now, if we want to use the area model to determine the solutions, we're starting with our simplified form. So let's put x squared in the first box, and let's put 6 in the last box, because my first term is x squared, and my last term is 6. So now I want to find my factors. What would multiply to give me x squared? So I know that x times x is x squared. And then I want to find what would multiply to give me 6. Well, I know my factors of 6 are 3 and 2. And I need to check it. So if I find the area of the second box, x times 3 is 3x. And if I find the area of my third box, 2 times x is 2x. And I check it, x squared plus 3x plus 2x plus 6. If I combine my like terms, that gives me x squared plus 5x plus 6, which is what I originally had. So what were my factors? Well, the factors are on top. My first factor is x plus 3, and my second factor is on the sides, x plus 2. So these are the factors of my original simplified expression. Now I also can check it. I know my factors were x plus 2 and x plus 3. What is the relationship between that and the x-intercepts on my graph? That's right. If I substitute negative 3 into here, negative 3 plus 3 is 0. And if I substitute negative 2 in here, negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So that helps me find my factors. Let's do another one. If I want to factor x squared minus 10x plus 16. Let's start by putting x squared in the first box and 16 on the second box. But I notice that I have a negative here. So I've got to remember the negative. So when I think of my factors, what factors give me x squared? X times x is x squared. And then I want to think, what factors will give me 16? Well, I know 4 times 4 is 16, and 8 times 2. I'm going to use 8 times 2 because those will add to give me 10. But I want it to give me negative 10. So if I made this negative 8 and I made that negative 2, When I multiply, it still gives me positive 16. So the area of the second box is negative 8x. And the area of the third box is negative 2x. Well, let's check to make sure it works. So if I add each area of each box to check and make sure, and I combine my like terms, that gives me x squared minus 10x plus 16. So I did the factoring correctly. So what are my factors? I have x minus 8 on top and x minus 2 on the left side. So those are my factors. And remember, you can check it by going to Desmos and graphing it, which if you look at the graph, notice my x-intercepts are 2 and 8. So I know that I've gotten it right because 8 minus 8 is 0 and 2 minus 2 is 0. So this is my factored version. Last example. If I want to factor x squared plus 5x minus 14, I put my first term in the first box, my last term in the last box, and I want to find my factors. So the factors of x squared are x times x, and the factors of negative 14 are 7 and 2. But I need one of them to be negative. And sometimes you just have to try and see. Let's let the 2 be negative and the 7 be positive. So if I do that and check, that gives me 7x as the area of the second box and negative 2x as the area of the third box. So if I combine the areas and add them together to get the area of my box, I would write down all of my terms, and then I would have to combine my like terms. 7 minus 2x is 5x, so that gives me x squared plus 5x minus 14, which is the same as my original expression, so I know my factors are correct. So the factors on top are x plus 7, and the factors on the left side are x subtract 2. So the factored form is x plus 7 times x plus 2, which will give you the same result as x squared plus 5x minus 14. And remember, you can check it by graphing on Desmos. Notice I graphed it here. That would give me negative 7, and that would give me 2. I can check by substituting in. Negative 7 plus 7 is 0, and 2 minus 2 is 0. So therefore, I know my factored version is correct. We'll practice this some more in class tomorrow.